Hey YouTube, Dust Academy, aka Dav here. Quick deck profile right around at locals. It is Dragon Rulers. Um, deck's fun. Does lots of silly things it shouldn't do. But yeah, I'm going to deck profile in a minute. I'm just going to do a quick run on what happened at locals. I went 3 wins, 1 loss, and a draw, and then came first in top 4 as well. Yeah, so my first match was against another dragon player. I big-eyed and then double eradicated him for spell and trap cards, and then just OTK'd him the next turn. He had no out to that. And then in game 2, I just opened the nuts, and he had no real answer to it, so it was 2-0 win. The next match was against Gladiators, which was Craig. Game 1, he just annihilated me completely. And then game 2, I summon an early Obelisk the Tormentor. He has no out to that. And then in game 3, he has control. And then somehow I get 3 tributes on the board and play Obelisk. And despite his 5 back row, he just has no out to the Obelisk at all in Glads. Apart from Dark which he doesn't see. And Obelisk just runs over him. Round 3, I play against Dax. And we tie. He wins game 1 with Judgment, and I win game 2, but with Lucky Straight number 7, and just sort of sit there with his 4200 and beat him down with it. And then in game 4, I play Seb. Seb dragged Downs into the grave me using spellbooks as well, but I end up getting into an OTK because of that. And then in game 3, he opens okay, but I have the nuts, so he can't really do much about that. And then in game 5, I play Stu, who's running Constellas, and he absolutely fucks me, just completely annihilated me. He won 2-1. Game 1, just all him. And in game 2, I had the rejuve plays, but in game 3, just had all of the answers possible and couldn't do anything. And then top 4, played Mermail, which was Liam. Game 1, I had the Maxi into combos and he couldn't keep going, so I ended up OTKing him in my turn. And then in game 3, I resolved all 3 rejuves on 6 cards and drew like 23 cards in total that turn through other cards as well. And he just could not come back from that. I had just too many cards for him to deal with. And then the finals, I played Dax again, who was running spellbooks. And game 1, he opens High Priestess and some other stuff. And then I go MSD's 1 back row, make Big Eye, take his High Priestess, set Eradication Rate, but he scoops beforehand anyway, knowing that like I'm in such a good position at that point. And then in game 2, he tries to go Magician off a Judgment, and but I have the Veiler. And then in the following turn, I have the Draw and Lockbird to lock him down. And then I win that game 2-0. So here's the deck profile. I run 3 Blaster, 2 Burner, 3 Tidal, 2 Stream, 3 Tempest, 2 Lightning, 3 Redox, and then 2 Reactant. That's how I like to run the dragons. I like the 20. I do kind of want to run another Burner. I do like having Blaster's effect, but that seems to work consistently for me. So, and then I went with these guys. These are just the 3 level 1 tuners to run to make the level 8 synchros. I ran the Lad build before, and I think I like the Lad build more than this build, but it was just testing sort of things. 3 Veiler, and then 2 Maxi. Maxi isn't really needed at locals at the moment. There aren't many spamming decks going around, apart from me, because I'm a noob. And then 3 Veiler, because it's a level 1 tuner. I think if this wasn't a tuner, I probably wouldn't run 3. I don't think it's hardly ever resolves and negates effects, so it was okay. Spells, around the 1 card D, 1 Book of Moon, 1 Storm. Probably the second best card in the deck. Actually, third best card is the 3 gold sarcophaguses. 3 super rejuvenations. This card is needs to be banned. I think it's just draw 6, draw 5, draw into another one, play it, draw another one. It's the deck Spellbook of Judgment. Both cards are kind of off-putting. My tech there was a Forbidden Chalice. It was really good all day. And then I ran for my traps, I ran the 2 breakthrough skills. It was really good. This card is like amazing. Like, pick them up because they are just like the next best card in the game. And then 2 Eradicators. A lot of players think this is just like an anti-spellbook card, when it's so much more than that. Played against Glad's Craig, I called his trap cards, got rid of all them. Dragon Nath, got rid of his trap cards. It's like running Cold Wave again. That's how I'm gonna say it. It's like, if you contribute a monster for this, you can just win the game the next turn. It's really unfair. So yeah, that's the main deck. The extract's pretty standard. The 3 Dracosac, 1 Big Eye, 1 Gaios, 2 Lucky Straight, the best card in the deck, 1 Gaia, Ancient Sacred, Black Rose, Stardust, Crimson Blader. This is really good against Mermail and Dragons. Scrap Dragon, and Dark Iron Red Dragon. These are like eradication targets. And then this is also good against Mermail, can get rid of Lind and things. And then onto the side deck. I didn't really use much of my side deck at all. It wasn't really that great, to be honest. But yeah, 2 Obelisks. This thing just beats Mermails, Dragons, and it also beats things like Gladiators. They just don't really have much of an out to it. The 1 Max Siege, just in case. 2 Droll and Lockbird for Spellcaster, Dragons, Mermails, things like that. 2 Morphin Jar for Evil Swarms. 2 Swift Scarecrows for any OTK decks. The 2nd Chalice, just in case. 3 MSTs, and then the 3rd Eradication Virus. This side deck is going to completely change, I think, because it was just completely useless the entire day. I think if it had been like a proper event, not a local, I probably would have mained these 2. But it just seemed a bit daft to main them at a local level. I kind of want to put on Obelisk in the main deck because he's just so good. But yeah, that's the deck. Let me know what you think. How could I improve it? I've run a lad build as well. I'm not sure which I like better yet. I think I'm leaning towards the lad build. I do like the Light and Dark as a card, but I'm not sure yet. So, let me know what you think of the deck, guys. Catch you next time on YouTube.